A Moustache is a speed wing and a paraglider in one wing. A Moustache offers the dive and the speed of a speed wing, but the glide ratio of a paraglider. When choosing your size Moustache, don't compare it with a normal size paraglider. A Moustache has a much bigger speed range. It can fly a lot faster than your normal mini wing or paraglider can. It's no fun and very exhausting soaring a too small Moustache where you can barely stay up. That means you have to pull the brake handles down always far, and they're a lot harder to pull down here than up here. We think it's always more fun to fly a bigger size Moustache than a rather too small size Moustache. Think about it this way: if you're soaring and barely stay up, you cannot use the potential of the Moustache. You cannot put your hands up and dive down because there's just not enough wind to get you back up. So you need enough surface to actually use the full potential of the Moustache, so you have enough lift that you can also dive and go back up and catch the lift again. The right size Moustache depends on those factors, mostly on how steep and how high the place is you want to soar. It's a big difference if you only fly a 5-meter high dune or if you fly a 50-meter high dune. Obviously your takeoff weight makes a big difference, and obviously also the wind speed. But the biggest factor is the height and the steepness of the dune or the coast you're trying to soar. Since flying a Moustache is a very new flying style with a very new sensation, we recommend you to try it first to make sure you buy the right size. The 13-meter Moustache is mostly for very light pilots or speed flying. To soar in strong winds, you absolutely don't need a 13-meter Moustache. The 13-meter has a very sharp stall point and a lot of speed and a lot of dive. It also has less aspect ratio and less glide than the bigger sizes. The standard size for most pilots with takeoff weight between 70 kilograms and 100 kilograms is 18. We think the standard size for most pilots between 55 kilogram takeoff weight and 70 kilogram takeoff weight is 15. The 22 Moustache is great for heavier pilots, light winds, or very small dunes or flatter dunes. However, for lighter pilots, the 22 Moustache turns very slowly. It still flies fast and penetrates well, but the turning is actually very slow. Keep in mind, soaring a too small Moustache is physically hard because you have to pull far down where it's harder, and you're always flying close to the stall point, meaning you fly around with very little speed reserve left. No speed, no flare. If you want to use your Moustache for speed riding or speed flying, we recommend you a 13-meter or a 15-meter. Takeoff speed and landing speed on skis is no problem, so it's easy to fly a 13 as well. However, for speed flying, for foot launching, a 13-meter really needs a lot of speed. It has quite a high takeoff speed, and even though you can actually glide really well on it, you still need to have a very steep takeoff, as you need to have on a normal speed wing as well. If you try to take off with your Moustache foot launching on a very flat takeoff with a small Moustache, you're going to be running for a very, very long time. We all made the mistakes when the wind was fairly strong to take a too small Moustache that didn't actually work to soar. So if you're in doubt, take the bigger size out. We think the Moustache is also going to revolutionize speed riding and speed flying, not only coastal soaring. We can go really fast on it and have so much resource, create so much lift, which means safety in the sport of speed flying or speed riding. Because the Moustache has such a big window of glide ratio, it can glide really well, but it can also go fairly steep. You can fly a lot new lines you weren't able to fly before with a normal speed wing. With a Moustache, you can speed ride in any ski resort there is. Any. There's no ski resort too flat to fly with a Moustache.